Decepticons as vicious as those monstrous terror guns.
Lucky we have the Technobots.
Yeah, but those high-tech heroes are in for one horrific battle.
The Transformers,
Out of monstrous Terracon beasts comes the incredible Abominus to battle a fearless and futuristic Computron.
the Transformers,
Now collect over 50 Transformers decoys free and specially...
Dude, I had like the worst nightmare.
What do you mean?
Dude, I dreamed about these creatures. They snuck into the house and they tried to steal the presents.
Okay.
And they turned into this gigantic robot, and it was like really weird colored, and they had like teeth and wings and claws and big yellow glowing eyes.
Oh, right. So you might want to look behind you.
Why?
Just look.
Oh my God! The real no!
Welcome back to yet another Plasticon review. Today, we are covering a Generation 1 Combinder. Another one. Yes, another one. Yeah, no, it's just like I did Devastator, and you guys had to spend a little over an hour with me on that one. Sorry, had to cover the bases. A lot of people enjoyed it, so gonna kind of do the same here. But anyhow, before we go on to the toy itself, I do have a contest still going. I will have a link down below. If you haven't checked it out, you might want to. It's free Viacon for you guys. Anyhow, all you have to do is subscribe. If you comment, that makes it better, but check out my Facebook and my Twitter as well. You can find those actually on my Plasticon page. I don't have like a special setup thing going on because I always have to change all the nomenclatures and stuff on all my videos, so it's kind of a pain. But anyway, without any further ado, let's move on to Abominus. Yes, I would say these are going on, kind of leaning toward the whole Beast Wars kind of thing. I wasn't really big into Beast Wars, but I was actually a big fan of this guy because this guy was awesome. He didn't have really any showings in Generation 1, but he was in the Headmasters. By the way, if you haven't watched those, you need to get them. They're cool. I'm not talking about that remnants of what they tried to do in the United States. It kind of sucked compared to what they had in Japan. But anyway, let's move on to the toys themselves. Starting out today with Sinner Twin. Who doesn't want a two-headed puppy as their friend? Sinner Twin. Yep, he's like a two-headed dragon. Really cool. I love the colors on this guy. I think it's pretty awesome. I actually love the colors on all these guys. They did a really good job with them. That's one of the biggest reasons why I like this guy, because he was screaming Generation 2 colors, but it was during Generation 1, which was even better. Anyhow, he's got these moving legs. He does kind of have a head positioning thing, but when you do that, you see the robot head, but is what it is. His tail moves up and down, just like so. And like I said, these move. Mine is awfully loose. There's really no way of fixing it. I've attempted to do some stuff to make them fix, and there's really no way of actually getting in here behind the rivets, which kind of bites. Sadly, I had another Sinner Twin. May he rest in peace. His head broke off. I'll be right back. And I'm back with him. Yeah. Missing his head. Well, I kind of just shoved it in there because I didn't really want to lose the bit. But yeah, you can see, clearly snapped off. Keep in mind, if you ever get these guys, they're very, very, very brittle. I'm talking about all the combiners, not just Abominus. Probably going to have a ceremony for this guy. Sadly, yeah, my other one was a little loose too, so it happens. Anyway, going back to the good one. You can obviously tell his colors on the good one. If you look at the green, it's a lot darker on this one. It's because this one here was not exposed to the sun as much. For all you collectors out there that cringe when you hear that. What do you expect? Half of these toys are pushing 30 years old, guys, some of them. So, anyhow, let's move on to transformation. First off, what we're going to do, we're going to pull this bit apart. Kind of extends his legs. Move these two bits back. And then what I like to do, I move these up. If you can get it to set like that, that's cool. But if you got a loose one, kind of like I do, you can kind of wedge the two like that. And it will hold them together fairly well. Just like that. Next thing you do, flip his tail up. Then you're going to reach in here and you're going to grab these little stubby arms. Maybe. Yep. Stubby little arms. I always wish they would have done some kind of conversion thing on the actual animal arms. Like, have them flip, I don't know, like at the elbow or something, flip back, and then bam, there you got a hand or something. It would have been a lot better, but can't really complain. And this arm doesn't want to come out. I'm going to lose a fingernail over this guy. I lost like a chunk out of my hand working on my car the other day. It sucked. Jackie's temperamental. Just put it that way. And by the way, for my new subscribers, yes, I am working on converting a old school BMW into a Generation 1 Transformer wheeljack. If you guys want to see some of the progress on it, I've got pictures posted on my Facebook. Anyhow, flip this thing here back. And there you go. To get a good look at the head sculpt. If I can get focus. Focus on it, not me. There we go. Cute little center twin. His evil, evil grin. It's gonna give you nightmares. Tell me about it. Anyhow, there he is. Now, let's move on to Ripper Snapper. Ripper Snapper. Snapper Ripper. Ripper 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 Snapper. Sadly, I don't have any of the guns for these guys. Anybody has them? Look me up, please. That can part with them. Anyhow. Moving on to Ripper Snapper. It looks a lot like a shark with feet, arms. I don't know. It's still awesome. Anyhow, articulation. He does the same thing as Center Twin does. These things are Rodeo 360. Same with these. His head will move up, but if you move it up too far, you'll have the robot head exposed. Does have tail articulation. He can wag his tail. Sadly, it only goes down that far. Would have been really nice to see this thing just kind of plop all the way out. Then we're going to the Piranacons, Seacons. You guys seen that review, right? If not, go watch it. It's awesome. I spent a lot of time on it. And if you're a big fan of them, you go check them out. Anyway, there he is. No, the stickers on these guys aren't the best. I got to get some repro labels. Been sitting on that. I've got a lot of them to get. It's stupid how much money I'm going to have to spend on repro labels because I got quite a few I need to get. Anyhow, let's go into transformation, shall we? Let's. First thing we'll do, same thing, as center twin. Then I always move his little arms down and flip these backward. Like so. His tail, just kind of keep it pushed up. Then gotta reach in here and pull out little stubby arms again. It's not quite as bad on this one as it is on center twin. And flip this bit here back. Now, on this thing, you can move it all the way back like this. Move it like this. You bring it up and set it like that, which is the way I preferably like to do it that way. Sorry about that. Anyhow, here he is. As you can tell, evil, evil, evil yellow eyes. It's the eyes. Oh God, the eyes. Ah! He's evil. Ripper Snapper. Come on. That doesn't give you nightmares. Just the name. Don't ask me. I didn't do this. Anyhow. Let's move on to, I'm going to call the brick of the bunch. Blah. Here's blah. Don't ask me where they came up with that name. I don't know. Looks like a robotic gorilla to me. Still think he's cool though. Does have soft click in his arms, which is really, really something I think kind of ahead of its time. But he's got this nice dark blue with this Decepticon purple going on, which I know my camera makes it look more lavender. It's not lavender, it's a lot darker than that. But, yeah, here he is in his, I'm a big, gigantic robot ape and I'm just gonna beat the crap out of everything. I don't know. Use your imagination. But anyway, simple transformation on this guy. Ooh. Pull it up. Mine's a little loose in the center. Still holds. Yeah, I'll move his feet backward. Now that's what's funny. Look, it's loose there. These are stiff. They can all be. Oh, this guy was probably throughout the years shown in probably Abominus mode. That's why that's all extended and then fallen in. I'm gonna have to take it apart and try to use a little bit of fingernail polish on that to fix it. Anyhow, move this bit down. When you do that, it moves this thing up. Then you move this head all the way up. So That's the best way of getting this to go up. And then he decides to do the squat again. Stay up, man, stay up. Anyhow, take these bits, move them back, and then we'll fold these in. I tend to fold them kind of up like this and then fold them in. And then try to have them meet in the back, something like that. Gives him like an awfully big backpack, but then we got to pull out on stubby arms here. Yep. And there we go. There's Abominus, or Blot. Abominus. Part of Abominus. Yep. Pretty awesome. Ah, I forgot to mention rub signs. Can't forget the rub signs. It's awfully cold in my house, so these are going to go away fairly quick. I live in Florida and it's freaking cold here. I don't understand what the hell's going on. Anyway. 2012 stuff. Get out of here with that. That happened like, what, 7 months ago or some crap like that? Anyhow. Here we go. Blot. Now, let's move on to Cutthroat. Here's Cutthroat. Looks like a Cybertronian buzzard. If there are such things. Maybe there is, because there's so much death. Anyway. That's what these guys around. It's pretty cool. I like this guy a lot. I think he's really neat. I dig the colors. It's very cool that they used 3 different colors on this versus just 2, which was standard with all of them but this guy. Don't understand that one. I don't get that one. Anyway. Really, really neat. Let you check out the crazy head sculpt this guy's got. Straight up does look like a buzzard, which is awesome. It's got a rub sign, of course. Goes with all of them. Anyway, what we're going to do for Cutthroat here, show you his articulation that he doesn't really have much of. His wings will move up and down due to transformation. Head does move up just that far, but you can articulate his actual head part, and then it will kind of come down. If you want to push it down, I suggest grabbing the robot head a little bit and bring it down a little, but that's about as far down as it's going to go before you start separating it from that. The reason you can't go back too far is because the robot head. But then it's very, very limited. Not a big deal though. I really like this guy. Now, I notice you got this kind of articulation here. If you want to call that articulation, but that's actually how you're supposed to transform him and put him in his little bird mode. Legs move up and down. But anyway, let's go on to turning him into a robot. First thing we do, keep this pulled out, pull it till it clicks, and then I push it forward. Move these little feet bit back. Oh yeah, one thing. The hole here on the back, that is for the weapon. If you had the weapon, it gives him like a little bit of a tail. Same with this guy. The hole here on the back, that's supposed to give you like a tail fin, dorsal fin, sorry. The other two get like guns put on their back. It's just weird. Doesn't really add anything to them. It just gives them guns. I gotta get those bits. Anyway. Move this, just like so. and then move these up. Then we're going to pull this down forward and fold it into his chest, which is kind of neat. I really like this transformation here because this is pretty. This is like such like a Beast Wars thing to do, is put like the animal head on the chest. That or it would flip backward, but I really dig the animal heads being on the chest. It's kind of cool. But there he is in robot mode. Would you stare into those deep red eyes? If I could ever get it to focus. Scary. Staring into your soul. But there's Cutthroat in robot mode. Now, last but definitely not least, hunger. Here's hunger. Big, gigantic, two-headed dragon with a blaster weapon on his side and a shield on his back. He's ready to charge into any fortress and destroy everything in its sight. Come on, he could. He's a two-headed dragon. Anyhow, this is obviously Abominus' gun. And then the shield bit pops right off. I didn't actually have it on there very well. But here he is. I'll let you take a look at the head sculpts. You can tell he's got a little bit of, I don't know, it looks kind of like a Zoid. Those heads really remind me of Zoids. Still pretty awesome. Really like this guy. This guy has got a ton of articulation. Arms move, well, legs do move. They are on a slight spring joint, which is kind of neat. His back ones have toe articulation. His little toe here moves up and down due to transformation. Leg moves, and sorry, I could do that all day. I love it. It's the sound. It's just, what transformer do you have in your inventory makes this? It's that spring you're hearing in there. It's not the click, it's the spring. It's just so beautiful. Anyway, his heads have a lot of articulation as well. They are, I'd say, more or less on a soft ratchet. I mean, it's got a ratchet right here, but this right here kind of has a little bit of click to it. This has really, really soft ratcheting. And his heads move up and down. So, this is technically the most articulated Generation 1 character there was. I don't think there is another one that was Generation 1 that was more articulated than this guy. This guy has got a ton of articulation. He is well before his time. I mean, everybody cries about articulation. Back then, everything was a brick, guys. Had to use your imagination. Act like his legs moved when they didn't. I miss those days. Anyway. Coolest thing about this guy is his robot mode. It's pretty neat. What we'll do, move these down. You'll pretty much just straighten out his legs. Just like so. Move these bits up. And we'll take these two here on the back. Move it up, just like this. This one here, tend to, there's different ways you can position this stuff, but I tend to position it that way, so that way it doesn't kind of get in its way and it kind of moves everything out of the way. It's kind of nice. Like how those just fold up on the back. And you'll take, oh yeah, move these forward. Flip out this bit. and then you'll fold back his toe. I kind of do it simultaneously because it's just kind of convenient. And then move his arm up. Oh yeah. Move this up just like this. And then, just like that. Last but not least, oh my God, he has a hollow head! No, he doesn't. Actually, he does have a hollow head, but turn around. There you go. There is hunger in robot mode. Yes, I know this face is not screen accurate. Well, neither is this screen accurate. But I look past all that because this is one of the coolest Transformers that I have in my collection as far as I'm concerned. One of the coolest. I have a very large collection too. Anyway, his legs will move up. We'll bend at the knee. We'll move back. And you can give him a, oh my God, broke my arm look. But yeah. Very, very, very nice bot. Anyhow, another thing we can do. On the back of this shield, there's this bit right here. You flip it forward just like that. Turns into a peg. And then you peg it right here on the arm. Right on that little hole. Just like so. And give him his gun. There you go. There's Abominus in powered up, I'm going to kick the crap out of Autobot mode. But let's move on to combination time. It's time to combine these guys, shall we? Let's move on with Center Twin, of course. Start with him. There he is. Here's Center Twin. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn him into an arm. These guys are Scramble City, so they can become an arm or leg, which is awesome. The easiest thing to do, flip this down. Just like so. Move in his arms. You're done. That's it. You can flip this up for shoulder height, or leave it down. I tend to flip it up because I like the spiky arm. If you do not want this to be an arm, and you want it to be a leg, all you do is flip that back up. Just like so. So there is a difference. Now to keep height and length for the arms, keep them extended. If you don't want that, scrunch them down. I'm not going to scrunch him down. I like him like this. Anyhow, what we're going to do is take a fist. Now, one of these likes to fit real well and the other one doesn't. Don't know why, it just does. There we go. One arm. Got an arm done. Ha-ha. Now, let's move on to Ripper Snapper. Ripper Snapper. Obviously, same thing. They're all Scramble City. What I tend to do, fold his arms down. Fold this thing forward. Do this like this. Now you notice how this is going to be kind of in the way. It will be in the way on this guy. So what I do So I kind of move it back and leave it just like that. Just like if I had him in robot mode, I would just leave it up like this. Some people will bring it up like this. Some people I've seen do this. I think that just looks ridiculous. Let's give him a little bit of dignity and put it like that. It won't hinder the articulation or anything on combine mode. Anyhow, hole on the bottom. And then, there we go. Another arm. Okay, so let's move on to legs, starting with blot. Blood. Blood. Such a weird name. Anyhow, you'll leave his head up for this mode. Put these down. Just like so. There. And I just tend to kind of just leave him the way he is. All I do is fold in his arms. Take a foot pad and plug it in the hole in the bottom. Just like so. Now, because this guy is so weak in the knees, apparently, he's camera shy. I'm going to bring it down and just squinch it down. That's fine. This guy's got enough height. There's a leg. Now, let's move on to cutthroat. Here's cutthroat. Squinch him down. Oh. Leave his head up. Move these back. Like so. Now, this is the thing. If you're going to put him in leg mode, you leave it like this. You can put him in arm mode, you do this. There's a reason for that, because these wings get in the way. Only thing I don't like about Cutthroat, his limb modes are kind of lacking because of that. But we all forgive it, because it's G1. If you want this bit here to come down like this, for arm mode you can. That's his head. That, or you just leave it up. I tend to leave it up. But, hole, foot pad, you know what's going on here. There we go. We have another foot. Hunger. Hunger. Remove this. Pull this out. Very simple. Flip his hands back. Then flip this whole thing back. Just like that. Same on this side. Now, let me show you the most ridiculous thing ever. No. Don't want that.
Good hit! God, it's hot.
Why don't you turn on the AC?
I can't, it's busted.
Well, in that case, why don't you give these guys a call?
Branca's air conditioning?
Oh yeah, man, they're great. They've been around for 34 years. Family owned and operated, and they're licensed and insured.
Do you do good work?
They do great work. Customer service is #1 in these guys' book. They're prompt, and they have a huge inventory for anything you might need.
I'm calling them right now. That was quick.
Don't worry, guys, I got this. You ready to beat the Florida Heat?
Come on. Hit him! Hit him! Come on! Come on! What are you doing? Hit him! Yes! Yeah! You back.
No, you don't want this. This is weird. What you want is this. Bring them in just a little bit. Because when you do, it gives him enough separation between his legs that you don't have to worry about the other bots smacking into each other. Because I've seen people do that and they ridiculously stick this leg away out here and it really makes him look doofy. Don't do it. Just don't do it. It's a disgrace to the most awesome combiner because this guy's articulation is just stupidly awesome. Anyhow, take the head, plop it over Hunger's head, take the shield, flip this bit back in, and then what you'll do with this, 2 holes, 2 pegs, you guys know where this is going, and there we go, torso. Take a blot. Under here you got these little tabs. Now, word of warning, when you're plugging these in, be very gentle when you're plugging them into these holes or these. Because I have snapped a head off, which I showed you center twin. It can happen. Some of them will just slide in like butter. Some of them is like it's a nail biter, man. Gotta admit it. Anyway. There we go. We has 2 legs. Yes, he's pretty tall. Anyhow. You know what that is. And you know where this is going. No. Wrong one! Ripper snapper over here. Center tween. Other hole right here. Well, help if I turn it the right way, right? Yep. Tell me that isn't awesome. Just look at the shoulders. It's stupidly awesome. Take his gun. Put it in his hand. Wants to fit in his hand. There we go. Now. There he is. Very big. Very impressive. Arms will do a complete 360. No problem. Won't bang into nothing. Legs. Look. A G1 that has knee articulation. That is beyond its time. He's a very, very awesome bot, let me tell you. His head does turn also because Abominus' head turns, or Hunger's head turns, so. But let you guys get a good look at the head sculpt. Very, very, very impressive. Very awesome. Highly recommend this guy. He is one of my favorite combiners just because of his stance. He is just massive. I'll tell you how massive he is. Break out the Peekaboo Prime. Peekaboo Prime. Yeah. And because I can, modern combiner, G1 combiner. Yeah. He's barely taller. So, if that doesn't make you want to get you an Abominus, Nothing will. But anyhow, this has been Plasticon, and this has been another one of my crazy, awesome reviews. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe, and also check out the contest I got going on as well. Don't forget to support the rest of our Transformer fans out there and help them out in the community, because some of them might not have the money for bots this year. So, be a good person and hook somebody up. But anyway, this has been me, Plasticon, and this is me signing off. Peace out, guys.